Hi guys, welcome to our primer on cannabis as a medical tool. My name is Jack Varnell, and I want to welcome you to the Medical Cannabis Primer. It's going to be a starting point for understanding how cannabis can be used for health and for healing. My name is Jack Varnell. I'm a poet, creator, and retired alcohol and drug abuse counselor. I'm a certified cannabis health coach. Today I'll be your guide. Now, for a quick reminder, before we dive in, I'm only an educator. I'm a health consultant and I'm not a medical professional. So this podcast is for education, not diagnosis or treatment. Got it? Cool. So let's jump in. Take advantage of the complimentary services here by visiting holisticcaring.com/ref/jack. Part one, we're going to be talking about an introduction to the tools that we'll be talking about, or the information we'll be talking about. So why are we here? If you're curious about using cannabis as a medicine, but you don't know where to start, you're in the right place. This primer is designed as a quick reference for patients, caregivers, and even the curious minds just beginning their journey with cannabis in medicinal capacities. Remember, everybody's body is different, so what works for one person may not work for another. And if you need personalized help, Holistic Caring offers free patient treatment plans. You can check it out at holisticcaring.com/ref/jack. And about Holistic Caring, let me tell you a little bit about them. They have given me my education up to this point, and I'm continuing that education with them. It was founded in 2016 by Elizabeth Mack, a registered nurse with a dream in order to bridge the gap between traditional medicine and cannabis therapeutics. Today, Holistic Caring is a leading voice for education, patient care, and professional training in cannabis medicine. Her partner, Sherry Mack, works as well and handles a lot of the training through Holistic Caring and the Green Nurse. Check out the podcast. You can find out more information at holisticcaring.com/ref/jack. Also at bloomhemp.com/ref/jack. So, for starters, let's give a little bit about the history of cannabis in the United States. We've got to rewind the clock a little bit. It has been a medicine for thousands and thousands of years. It's treated everything from arthritis to anxiety. And in America, cannabis extracts were listed in the official pharmacopoeia from 1850 to 1941. The tides turned with the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937, and by 1970, cannabis was classified as a Schedule I drug. There was no accepted medical use and a very high potential for abuse or addiction. Prohibition lasted until 1996 when California passed the Compassionate Use Act. Fast forward to today, and now over 36 states have legalized medical cannabis, with 15 also allowing recreational use. So how does cannabis work? We have the endocannabinoid system. This is where it really gets fascinating, how it works in our bodies. We all have an endocannabinoid system, or ECS, and it's a natural network of receptors that are spread out throughout our brain and our body. You can kind of think of it like a master system that's constantly working to keep everything balanced, homeostasis. And our sleep, our appetite, our mood, and even our immune response are all impacted when the ECS is out of whack. When we're stressed, sick, aging, or just out of balance, our ECS can get depleted, and that's where cannabis comes in. The cannabinoids in the plant, like CBD and THC, mimic our body's natural endocannabinoid system, and it binds to our receptors like a lock into a key, and it restores balance. So patients need to consider certain things as we learn more and more about this. The important stuff is cannabis laws vary by state. So what's legal in California might not be in Texas or Georgia or Florida or anywhere else. So make sure that you know your state laws. A great resource for that is going to be normal.org, NORML, National Organization for Reformation of Marijuana Laws.org. And you can always get up-to-date information there. There's a word of caution, though. If you're going to be using cannabis, especially high THC products, we ask that you probably shouldn't drive, operate heavy machinery, or use cannabis during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Now, there are lots of therapeutic potentials for cannabis as medicine. Medical cannabis shows potential for treating a variety of conditions: chronic pain, PTSD, anxiety, insomnia, cancer symptoms, and more. And it's a big but, most of our research so far has been preclinical. More human trials are going to be needed, and that said, countless patients have already found relief. It's about finding what works for you individually. Every patient's different, right? You want to always pay attention in your travels to finding the right substance, the right dosage, and the right mode of delivery. Are you smoking it? Are you taking edibles? What are the options? The right substances. Now, there's going to be many cannabinoids like THC and CBD. Each one has different effects and potential side effects. And for the right model, how you consume does matter. Inhalation, edibles, sublingual, tinctures, topicals, even suppositories. Each of those offer different onset times and effects. Now, the right dosage, you want to start slow and you want to go slow. Finding the right potency, timing, and frequency is very critical, and it's often different for each person, each patient. Pharmaceutical interactions. Did you know that cannabis can interact with some pharmaceuticals? You need to know that. It can either enhance or diminish the effects of other medications. So always talk with a healthcare provider knowledgeable about cannabis medicine. If you need help finding one of those, you can reach out to Holistic Caring or the Green Nurse and tell them Jack sent you. You can get more detailed information. I want to thank you today for tuning in. This is one of several that we'll be putting together to educate and hopefully spark your joining in the community. So it's a journey. You're not alone in this path. It's wellness we're seeking. And until next time, we ask that you be well, stay balanced, keep learning. We also, finally, ask that you might want to come and join the network at Holistic Caring